Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. So today is National Tea Day, so we're going to be creating this card, and then the next hop date is the 25th, which is going to be themed World Penguin Day. If you guys want to join, give me a message over on Instagram and I will let you join. So for this card, I'm using Sips of Tea by the Greetery and then some pieces from Spellbinders sets. So I've used some flowers from the olive martini glass, and then some from Special Touches. I think it's it's Special Toast. And then the other one I think, I want to say is from Sip Sip Olay. But everything I use is going to be linked in my description for you guys, so don't worry about that. This is actually the first time I've ever made a A2 top folding card as well. I didn't show you fully on camera because I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. It took me 2 days to figure out how to do this, and I watched over like 20 videos of somebody making a card, and I think I was just overcomplicating it in my head. So everybody kept telling me, like, obviously you need to fold it at like 5 1/4 and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, but how long does your card need to begin with? You know, because realistically all I could have done is I should have just like doubled the size of 5 1/4. So I did make it so much more complicated than it needed to be, but I finally figured it out, so I'm super happy about that. But this is the first time I've also made an easel card as well, so again, it's something that I don't really do, and all my card bases that you see in my videos are pre-made with envelopes that come in sets. So I buy my 6x4" card base, which is a tiny bit bigger than a standard A2 size. They come from the works. I pay £3.50 for 30 of them. It used to be £3. I then also buy my 5x7 card bases from them. Same price. And then I've got my black cardstock card bases, which I got from the paper card box company, and the same with the crafting cards. So a lot of my cards literally are just pre-done and ready to go. I also have some from Dovecraft, which are like trifolds and, like gatefolds and stuff like that. So a lot of my cards, doesn't matter what it is, I tend to buy them just pre-made with envelopes, so that way I don't have to make envelopes either. Because what I said to a lot of people when I first got into card making is I didn't want to fully invest in so many things that I didn't have time to use them, or if it wasn't going to be something that would last me 5 years. So I didn't want to have all that stuff taking space if I wasn't going to be, as serious as I turned out to have become. So a lot of it, like, I didn't want to buy all the ink pads for Distress Oxides. I didn't want to buy all of the Memento inks. I didn't want to buy colored cardstocks. You name it, I didn't want to do it. And now I have the full collection of Memento inks, a full collection of Distress Oxides, and all the re-inkers for all of them. And then I have now started buying colored cardstock. One thing I do know, I will not be buying cardstock from specific companies just because of how much they cost. Like, I find it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I was looking at a cardstock pack, and I think there is 7 card pieces in A4, and the price was £25. Like, that is idiotic, no offense. Like, for what it is as well, like, there's just nothing special about it. It's just colored cardstock. So I'm like, if I ever needed color cardstock, what I used to do is I used to just use white cardstock and color it, or ink blend it, or whatever needed to be done to make it a color I wanted. My colored cardstocks, I just buy them either from Hobbycraft, The Works, or Dice to Die For when they have a sale, or I go out and I go to like my local supermarket and see what's in the kiddies crafting little clubs and stuff like that. So I'm very much on the cheap side of things, because I always think, at the end of the day, quality is a big thing in card making, but I feel like there's more things that require that quality rather than cardstock. Like, if you can find a cardstock that's cheap and works, don't worry about it. But when you're buying stamps and you use a cheap quality or a counterfeit product, you do notice the difference. I'm going to be doing a video at some point of a counterfeit versus a proper one. We'll compare it that way, because I want to show you guys the difference between them, because there is nothing saying Like, I've noticed, like, Spellbinders, there's a lot of things on Temu that keep popping up. I keep reporting them, and I also report them to Spellbinders as well. But there's so many out there, and I'm like, how are these people getting these designs before they're even posted on Spellbinders themselves? Because obviously, I know they probably post later on, and everything's already been planned and, you know, manufactured and stuff like that. So somebody in that line of communication has to be leaking these pictures or these details in order for these companies to make counterfeit products of the item. Because, like, the newest ones that they've recently had, I can't remember off the top of my head, but like suitcases and stuff. Like, Spellbinders literally just announced that, like, this week. And Temu, I was on it 2 weeks ago because I ordered a new mouse mat, and that pops up, and I'm like, why can't I find that on Spellbinders' website? And then, well, obviously I'm part of Spellbinders newsletter, so they sent me a newsletter this week about that, and it came up, and I'm like, hang on, I'm convinced I saw that on Temu. So I went into my reported listings, and it was there, and I'm like, how did they have that way before Spellbinders did? Like, that does not make sense. Something's going wrong here. So yeah, definitely do not buy your counterfeit products. Spellbinders has dyes that are like I want to say it's like a golden ancient copper color, where if you buy a counterfeit product of that, it's gonna be silver, because that's the generics for the metals of dyes. You know, you got Pink and Main, their dyes are pink. You know, you have, I'm trying to think of another company, I know there's another one, but I can't remember off the top of my head, that have like a mint green color. So certain companies have tried to make it more obvious for you guys to see the difference and know if it's a counterfeit or not. I recently bought some stuff off of a Facebook D-stash group, and nothing in my head logically told me that it was a fake counterfeit product. But they are. And when I got them, I knew instantly that they were counterfeit because there was no logos, no indication, no original wrapping, nothing. And then also you can feel the quality of the stamp itself, so I knew instantly. So yeah, I think sometimes with these stash groups, you just gotta be careful and bite the bullet and see if it's real or not. And if it's not, then obviously go back to the person you bought it from, ask them. You know, I should have asked this person before and I didn't, that's my fault. But I have done this in the past where I've asked the person, you know, is this a legitimate, I think it was a long form stamp at the time. And they're like, yeah, it is. And when I got it, it wasn't. So I screenshot that message of them confirming it was an illegitimate product, went back to them saying that is not a legitimate product, this is the legitimate product. So I ended up buying it from a different store, and sometimes they'll refund you. Sometimes if you go through like PayPal, you can get them to do it for you, because at the end of the day, they lied about the product that they're selling. So yeah, honestly, just be very careful with all of that. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop talking, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know down in my comments any videos that you want to see in the future, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.